The power of dua. How to ask Allah for help in your struggles. Life is a journey filled with challenges, trials, and moments of uncertainty. Whether it's personal struggles, financial difficulties, health issues, or emotional pain, everyone faces hardships at some point. In these moments, turning to Allah through dua, supplication, is one of the most powerful tools a believer has. Dua is not just a ritual. It is a profound act of worship that connects us directly to our Creator. It is a means of seeking His guidance, mercy, and help in every aspect of our lives. The Quran and Sunnah are filled with reminders of the importance and power of dua. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, know that Allah is always near, ready to listen and respond. Let's explore the power of dua, how to make effective supplications, and the ways in which Allah answers our calls. The importance of dua in Islam. Dua is often described as the essence of worship. The Prophet Muhammad PBUH said, "Dua is worship, Tirmidhi." This hadith highlights the central role of dua in a believer's life. It is not just a request for help, but an act of acknowledging our dependence on Allah and His infinite power. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes the importance of turning to Allah in times of need. And your Lord says, "Call upon me, I will respond to you," 40:60. Allah invites us to ask Him for anything, big or small, and assures us that He will respond. This promise is a source of immense comfort and hope for believers. The power of dua. Stories from the Quran and Sunnah. The Quran and Sunnah are filled with examples of individuals who turned to Allah in their struggles and were answered in miraculous ways. These stories remind us of the power of sincere supplication and the importance of trusting in Allah's plan. 1. The story of Prophet Yunus A.S. Prophet Yunus, as found himself in the belly of a whale after abandoning his mission. In the depths of darkness and despair, he called out to Allah, "There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers." 21 hours, 87 minutes. Allah responded to his sincere dua and saved him from his predicament. This story teaches us that no matter how dire our situation may seem, Allah's mercy is always within reach. 2. The story of Prophet Zachariah A.S. Prophet Zachariah A.S. and his wife were advanced in age and had no children. Despite the odds, he turned to Allah with a heartfelt dua. "My Lord, indeed my bones have weakened and my head is filled with white, and never have I been in my supplication to you, my Lord unhappy." 19:4. Allah answered his dua and blessed him with a son, Prophet Yahya A.S. This story reminds us that Allah can grant us what seems impossible if we turn to Him with sincerity and faith. 3. The story of the mother of Maryam A.S. The mother of Maryam A.S. made a sincere dua to Allah for a child, vowing to dedicate the child to His service. Allah answered her dua and blessed her with Maryam A.S., who would later become the mother of Prophet Isa A.S. This story highlights the power of sincere intentions and trust in Allah's plan. Personal stories. The life-changing impact of dua. Story 1. A mother's dua for her child. A mother once made constant dua for her rebellious son to return to Islam. After years of patience, her son unexpectedly began practicing Islam, proving that dua never goes unanswered. Story 2. Dua for financial relief. A struggling businessman prayed consistently for ease in his finances. Within months, unexpected opportunities arose, lifting him out of debt. Allah's help comes in ways we least expect. How to make effective dua. While dua is a simple act, there are certain etiquettes and practices that can make our supplications more effective. Here are some guidelines to help you make powerful and meaningful dua. 1. Begin with praise and gratitude. Start your dua by praising Allah and expressing gratitude for his blessings. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "When one of you prays, let him begin by praising Allah. Then let him send blessings upon the Prophet, PBUH. Then let him ask for whatever he wants, Tirmidhi." For example, you can begin with, "Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds." 2. Send blessings upon the Prophet, PBUH. Sending blessings upon the Prophet, PBUH, is a highly recommended practice before making dua. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "Every dua is kept back until you send blessings upon the Prophet, Tabarani." You can say, "Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad." O Allah, send blessings upon Muhammad and the family of Muhammad. 3. Be sincere and humble. Approach Allah with sincerity and humility, acknowledging your weaknesses and his greatness. The Quran says, "Call upon your Lord in humility and privately. Indeed, he does not like transgressors." 755. Pour your heart out to Allah and express your needs with complete trust in his wisdom. 4. Ask with confidence and certainty. Believe that Allah will answer your dua. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "Call upon Allah while being certain of being answered, and know that Allah does not respond to a dua from a distracted heart." Tirmidhi. Have faith that Allah's response is always what is best for you, even if it may not align with your immediate desires. 5. Be specific in your requests. While it's important to trust Allah's wisdom, being specific in your dua can help you focus your intentions. The Prophet, PBUH, would make specific duas for various needs, such as, "Allahumma inni az'aluka al-huda wa tuqa wal afafa wal ghina." O Allah, I ask you for guidance, piety, chastity, and self-sufficiency. Muslim. 6. Make dua in times of ease and hardship. Don't wait until you're in difficulty to make dua. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "Remember Allah during times of ease, and he will remember you during times of hardship." Ahmad. Cultivate a habit of making dua regularly, not just when you're in need. 7. Use the names and attributes of Allah. Allah has 99 beautiful names, each reflecting his attributes. Use these names in your dua to connect with his mercy, power, and wisdom. For example, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, O most merciful, O especially merciful. 8. Make dua in the best times and places. Certain times and places are more conducive to having your dua accepted. These include, during the last third of the night, the Prophet, PBUH, said, "Allah descends to the lowest heaven during the last third of the night and says, 'Who is calling upon me, so I may answer him?'" Bukhari, Muslim. Between the Adhan and Ikma, a time when dua is accepted before the congregational prayer. On Fridays, especially before Maghrib, the Prophet, PBUH, mentioned a special hour on Fridays when duas are accepted. Muslim. While fasting, especially at iftar, the supplication of the fasting person is not rejected. Tirmidhi. During sujud prostration, the closest we are to Allah is in sujud, so it is an ideal moment to make dua. Muslim. On the day of Arafah, the most powerful day for dua, especially for those on Hajj. The Prophet, PBUH, said, "The closest a servant is to his Lord is when he is in prostration, so increase your supplications." Muslim. How Allah answers dua. Allah answers every dua, but his response may come in different forms. The Prophet, PBUH, explained, "There is no Muslim who calls upon Allah with a supplication that does not involve sin or severing family ties, but Allah will give him one of three things. Either he will answer his dua immediately, or he will store it for him in the hereafter, or he will avert a harm from him of equal magnitude." Ahmad. This means that even if you don't see an immediate response, Allah is still answering your dua in ways that are best for you. Dua for specific struggles. Here are some powerful duas you can recite for different types of struggles. 1. For anxiety and worry. Allahumma inni a'udhu min al-hammi wal hazani, wal aji wal kasali, wal bukli wal jubni, wa dalaidi dani wa galabat rigel. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from anxiety and sorrow, weakness and laziness, miserliness and cowardice, the burden of debts and the oppression of men, Bakari. 2. For financial difficulties. Allahumma akfini by halalika and haramika, wa agnini by fadlika aman sawak. O Allah, suffice me with what you have made lawful instead of what you have made unlawful, and make me independent of all others besides you. Tirmidhi. 3. For health issues. Allahumma rabbi said hababi say, Ishfai antas shafi, la shafai illa shafauka, shafan la yagadiru sakama. O Allah, Lord of mankind, remove the difficulty and grant healing, for you are the healer. There is no healing except your healing, a healing that leaves no illness. Bukhari Muslim. 4. For guidance and clarity. Rabishur li Sudri, wa Yasser li Amri, wal Uqdayn min lisani, Yafkahu Qali. My Lord, expand my chest for me, make my task easy for me, and remove the impediment from my speech so that they may understand my words. 20:25-28. Conclusion. The power of dua lies in its ability to connect us directly to Allah, the all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-merciful. No matter what struggles you're facing, never underestimate the power of turning to Allah with sincerity and faith. He is always near, ready to listen and respond in ways that are best for you. As the Quran beautifully reminds us, and when my servants ask you concerning me, indeed I am near. I respond to the invocation of the supplicant when he calls upon me. 2:186. Start making dua daily with sincerity. Use the best times for dua to maximize impact. Never give up. Allah always hears and responds in the best way. No matter how big your struggles, your dua is bigger. Keep asking and trust in Allah's perfect plan.